Sup guys, it's your average 13-year-old miner. Actually, I'm just 12 during the making of this video. Doing some YouTube work, I guess. It is your boy, Spizel Studios himself. Now, it's been a while ever since I made my first video, which is just an Among Us random gameplay. I have decided to, maybe spice things up a bit and make like a voice reveal something. I don't know. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I did not plan a voice reveal at all. But yet, here I am, revealing my voice and probably just doing random stuff, I guess. So, yeah, enough with the cringy Kirby music and just start the video already. Ah, yes, Ellipse. One of the only games that looks like SFS, but instead it's in fucking 3D. Of course, you can do loads of stuff in SFS, but you can do everything else in Ellipse, such as rockets, obviously, planes, homing missiles. We be bombing communists with this one. And whatever this thing is. Again. Why is he still here? Much like any other good game, when there's a pro, there's a con. And we'll be talking about it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that I will be talking about the planes only. If you've ever asked what game has the shittiest maneuverability ever, you'd probably think Simple Sandbox 2 or any other game. But have you ever heard about Ellipse's maneuverability, which I call the most shittiest maneuverability in any game in any way possible? I'm talking about the uncontrollable cobras and sink rates once you are in the air. I mean, sure, 2 of my planes have already passed the test without even having the slightest uncontrollable cobra and the sink I was talking to you about. Now, of course, these cobras and sinks are mostly happening on the backside of the aircraft, like the really backside of the aircraft. But when I tested this with the F-55 Ion, it was actually really fine. I even put some extra weight on the back and it still holds up. This also happened to the KF-21 Boromir that I actually built. It was quite decent and all, but that got broken due to the shit maneuverability on the back. Until this day, I do not know where these uncontrollable cobras and sinks are coming from. Every time I try to fix it, they always come back. Also, remember when I mentioned that most of my planes successfully took off? Well, yeah, they fucking passed the test, so what? Well, that's the part that we're gonna continue our segment into. Yes, bitches, y'all heard me. Road bumps. Now, you might be asking, Spy, how did 2 of your aircraft manage to take off? Well, instead of the F-25 Council, which took off vertically, literally, the F-55 Ion just uses the whole damn runway. Although, it came with a risk while recording the last video. See? See, that's what I mean right there. Do you understand? No? Alright, allow me to demonstrate. The runway system here is horribly stupid at all. The last thing you'll remember here is when you took off. One moment you're fine, and the next you'll be sliding on the runway and explode like the Hiroshima bomb back in 1945. I mean, sure, most of my planes have experienced this, but come on, it's just a harmless little bug. I'm sure it'll be fixed soon. I hope. Okay, for this one, I think you'll already know what I'm going for. I'm just gonna not show some audio. And then, well, this is actually the plane that the creators actually made for their starters. This is the propeller plane. The plane or starter item that convinced me to make this whole series. Now, taking the glimpse of this thing, you'd probably think, oh, this is the greatest starter plane after I bought the expansion. Let's see what it does. Type of thing, you know? But when you actually play it, yeah, very surprising, isn't it? This plane alone is the sole reason why I did not like this plane at all in the last video. Like, seriously, who came up with the idea of a standing plane when you spawned? What's worse is that the controls are almost impossible to use. What's worse is that when you start up the engines, the plane fucking nosedives to the ground as if it wants to sniff a single bit of that Peruvian sugar. This was also the reason I did not include it in the actual video itself. No, I actually just used it for the intro. If the World War II pilots were still alive and saw this thing, they would be glad to use the planes that they got instead of this thing. And that is no joke.
God, I'm so old, I can't even take off from runway properly.
Okay, I promise to you, this will be the last segment, and you, SFS players, are familiar with. So, remember in SFS where you would have re-entry burn even though you're still at the atmosphere of the Earth? Well, that thing actually applies to Ellipse themselves.
Good afternoon, Tower. This is Council number 25. It seems like we're having a little crispy chicken party right now. But don't worry, I think it will... Should have seen it coming.
This is no joke. You'd actually get re-entry burns 24/7 after airborne. And that is
Don't you have like
Wait a minute, what?
a fifth to go?
What?
Literally.
Wait, you're saying that we have a fifth?
Yes, of course.
No, I swear it
this
was
video wouldn't be
4.
much longer if you don't do it.
Oh. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I kinda messed it up for you guys, but yeah, don't worry, this is gonna be the official last. Have you ever just made a cool looking aircraft that everyone can grasp at, but suddenly this happens? Yeah, you go to the opposite direction of the runway. So, which means you have to go back from scratch and make the plane into the right side of the runway. But do not worry because I made a video about this exact problem and it was in the last video, so go check it out. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Happy birthday to me, and I'll see you guys after this video, I guess. Oh shit, what about Bruce and Josh? Isn't it also your project? When will it come out? Don't worry. It's gonna release in, I don't know, somewhere near March and April. But don't worry though, the starting of production will be after my birthday or after this video is released, I don't know.